Hey guys. So I just wanted to have a quick chit chat. I am going to be sharing a video about just a bad job interview that I had with a candidate recently. And I don't know, like it's really sad when I feel like a job candidate gets the opportunity to interview for a job when there's plenty of people out here that want the same opportunity, but they don't take it serious enough to actually do simple things like researching the job or researching the company and just little things that can really improve their chances. Basically, not even take things seriously when I know there's so many people looking for a job. And like in this case, someone just took up some time to basically not even do due diligence to know what job they're even interviewing for. It just makes me really sad. Like, one, I always want job candidates to succeed as a recruiter, and today I just had a person that was just literally doing everything. I won't say everything, but a lot of things that you can think of that you should not do during a phone interview. And they did it. It was just like, just really annoying. But then, personally, for me, during this time, I just know there's so many people that are actively looking for jobs, putting out tons of applications, redoing their resume, putting in all of this work to not even sometimes get a call back. And in this case, again, I'm going to share a video. I just recorded it, but I'm going to edit it and stuff. But literally just didn't even take the time to know what they were interviewing for and a bunch of other things that happened during the call that was just like, come on. Like, there's someone that you're taking this opportunity from. Like, you're taking up this time to interview when you're not really serious. Like, if you don't know what job you're interviewing for, what company you're interviewing for, you're just taking up time. Like, I don't even understand why. Like, why did you even apply? Why did you take the time to schedule an interview and things like that? So anyway, hi, I see two people in here. I am just chit-chatting. Just because I had a situation that came up today with a job candidate and they just didn't take the situation serious at all. And I was just kind of annoyed by it. So anyway, that's what I kind of started talking about. But in general, I really hope that anyone that's job seeking right now stays motivated. It's not easy, but I'm sure you'll find a good opportunity out there. And again, it just makes me so mad when people are not serious about their job search and they're just kind of playing around. So I don't know, it's annoying. But anyway, I'm going to have a couple different videos coming up. One will tell the story of this candidate that had literally did 6 things during a 40-minute phone interview to basically not get the job or not show that they're even interested. And then I'm also going to be sharing a video about basically some companies that are hiring, specifically in Canada, because I did a live yesterday and I had a few folks from Canada in the chat. And so they were asking about specific jobs in Canada. So the video I did yesterday was about remote jobs that are actually companies that are hiring remote workers. So not just your typical essential worker job where it's like, I don't know, like, pizza delivery person or someone to deliver groceries, but real professional jobs like accounting managers or financial advisors or administrative services, whatever. All of these different types of jobs that some companies that are booming right now are actually hiring for. So I shared a video that was just very broad, shared a couple of companies that are specifically targeting job seekers that are open to remote work. But then I'll also have a video that is specific to Canada because being in the US, I don't really, I like to think I would take a global view, but I don't. Like, it's very easy to just look here in the United States. So taking the opportunity to explore some companies that are either based in Canada or have operations in Canada. So that'll be upcoming. And then I'm also going to share a video about just more job tips. So basically things to consider when you are having a virtual interview that you may not think about, like, for example, your background and testing out your technology and things like that. So I'll be coming with that video soon. So I'm probably going to stay on here for a little bit just to see who joins the chat. But yeah, I don't know if anyone I know is really late and it's on Monday. So there might not be a lot of people in here, or they may be, I don't know, looking for junk entertainment like gossip, news, I don't know, but things like that. So, which is fine. I have my time where I look at gossip too on occasion, but I'm going to check something really quick. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I might have to go in a little bit, but wanted to just come on here and do a little chat. I see that I got one like. Well, thank you, whoever that was that came in here and liked the video. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to be sharing a lot of different content. Hopefully, again, it reaches job seekers that actually need it. I feel like more of the people that have been watching or maybe working from home or already have a job, but people that are actively looking, obviously they're probably busy looking for jobs or just relaxing and things like that in their spare time. But I definitely hope that, the information I'm sharing is helping someone. But I don't know, like, navigating YouTube has been pretty weird. And then now transitioning to doing live videos is very strange for me. I think I want to say I'm on live video number 5, maybe. But I'm going to try to keep it up and still try the live thing. I still think it's a little weird because I don't know, like, at least with video, you can kind of edit out things that you don't like. But I also feel like it's a little hindering because you kind of have that crutch of, oh, I can just edit this out later, or you can keep editing over and over again until you really like something. And for me, I will just not post it because I'll be like, oh, I don't like it. I don't like this anymore. I'm not going to post it. So I have like probably tons of videos just in my phone that I haven't posted just because I was like looking at it and going, nah, like, this is not good, or just critiquing like what I said or how I looked or anything like that. So, but I am going to keep or try to keep up with the lives, like as long as I see a few people join. And then as long as I see it's helpful. Like I feel like if I can reach one person and if the information is helpful, that's worth it for me. Because especially with this day, like having that person, like either this job candidate, it just kind of felt like this was a joke, or they just didn't know. Like they thought they could get away with doing whatever during a phone interview, which is weird to me. Or maybe they just literally weren't prepared for a phone interview, but they also scheduled it. So I don't know. It's just annoying right now. So I kind of came on here, I guess, to kind of rant. Again, I'll be sharing the video to talk through that scenario and also hopefully offer tips for someone that is job searching on basically what not to do during a phone interview or really any interview. But yeah, maybe it'll be helpful for someone, or maybe you'll get a laugh. I don't know. Like in that situation, I was kind of like, really? Like I wanted to just bust out laughing at certain points of the conversation just because I just could not believe what was happening. But at the same time, it's not the worst phone interview I've had. I had a phone interview. I remember this girl told me, this person said, oh, I'm really tired. And they yawned, not once, but twice, two or three times during the conversation. It was like, like, seriously? Am I boring you? Like, we're in 5 minutes. Like, I know interviews are not the funnest thing in the world, but you kind of got to do it to move forward to get the job. Anyway, it wasn't the worst, but it was probably one of the weirdest, and it hadn't happened to me before. It happened last year, and person just straight up was like, yeah, I'm sorry, I've been taking this allergy medicine. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, don't take allergy medicine before you have a phone interview or any interview. Can you imagine someone like, I don't know, like if you can help it? Now I could see if you had an actual medical condition and you had to do this, but like, come on. And there was a number of other things that happened during that phone conversation that I was just like, what in the world? I had one person that they took the phone interview and they were still like in an environment where it was really noisy in the background. So there was all these people like yelling and all this stuff going on. And I'm just like, I can't understand what you're saying. There's just a ton of background noise. And they like told me to hold on for a while. And then I'm thinking they're going to a location that was maybe quieter. No, it was like the same noise. It was the weirdest thing. So I would say those are some of the just random things during phone interviews that have happened. Like, don't do that. If you're interviewing, you definitely want to make sure you have a good place where you can get some, quiet for 30 minutes. I know right now it's probably really hard. At that time, I can understand, like, if you're at work, it can be hard to find a place to take a call. But if anything, just go to your car. Like, go to your car or figure it out. Take I don't know, vacation day or have a vacation day or something. Make it up so you have to leave early and then schedule your interview for then. Don't risk it by like taking your interview at work. Like that's bad on for a couple different reasons. I mean, you definitely don't want everyone at your office knowing, or in your workplace knowing that you're interviewing for a job. And then two, I mean, your interview probably isn't going to go so well because you're going to be distracted, and then the interviewer is going to be distracted because they can't hear. So anyway, it's just something else. So please don't do that. Please do not do that. Hey, Emporia Prime. Oh, finally caught alive. We in here. Good evening. Hello. Thanks for joining. Yeah, it's been a while. How is everything going, Emporia? I'm basically just chit-chatting right now. I had an interesting, to say the least, phone interview today with a job candidate, and it was just really disappointing. And so I made a video and got on live really quickly. And then I was like, you know what? I'm still annoyed by this. I'm going to get on live and just chat. But basically, there were a few things that the person did that were just surprising. Not the worst thing that I've experienced as an interviewer, but just things you don't do. You just don't do these things during an interview. So the main thing I'll say that they did was just not preparing and not knowing what job or company they were actually interviewing for after scheduling the interview themselves. So that was fun. That was a lot of fun. So I'll be coming out with a video where I basically talk about that situation, and hopefully either someone will get a laugh or they will know what not to do basically for their interview if they have anything upcoming. Yeah, I mean, I'll come out with a video to talk about it, but the main thing was like literally me stating when I call a person for an interview that person is scheduled via a link that I send them, like, hey, schedule your interview. You get access to my calendar, so you have 100% control over your interview. And so scheduling that interview and me calling that person and saying, hey, Jessica from X company, you know, calling in, response to our phone interview today for the XYZ job that you applied to. Oh, yeah. That job. And like during the beginning of the conversation, I'm asking what actually caught their interest about the job and them not remembering. And then at points of the conversation asking, yeah, what job is this for? What company? Like I hope it was a joke. Like I really hope they were making some kind of video or something, because I was just like, what? What is happening? Am I in the Twilight Zone? It was just weird. It was very weird. Okay, I'm laughing at this YouTube name. Hey Kiki, do you love me? That's awesome. Oh man, so I am just having a little chit chat right now. Probably not going to be on here super long, but I was just like, I just need to vent for a minute. I don't have anyone to vent to about this, but I will talk to a camera and whoever's on here is about to listen, because I don't even understand sometimes. But again, that's not the worst job interview with a candidate I've had. Like I said earlier, like the person that yawned definitely kind of just threw me off. Like, oh, like what? You're looking for a job. How are you yawning? I just don't understand. I don't understand. Like, I mean, oh, I liked your video where you walked through New York. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I've taken a couple different videos. I did one where I went to the grocery store, and so you can kind of see the new dynamics of that and what that looks like. And then I was in a car one time, and I just showed New York right when everything went down, the lockdown started happening. And then I think I made one. Oh yeah, I made one where I was strolling through the park. Yes, thank you. Welcome to the live. I'm just kind of chit chatting about some things that happened today. I'm a recruiter, so I talk with candidates all day long. And normally it's great, and occasionally I'm just really thrown out by someone. So, wow, LOL. Come on, they don't even know who on the phone, who the Wi-Fi. Don't know if they're coming or going. Exactly. That's what I felt like. It was very strange. Like, and I get it. In the beginning of the conversation, they did tell me like, "Hey, I've been applying to a lot of jobs." I totally understand that, and I've done that as a job seeker. Like, apply to a lot of jobs that I feel like I'm a match for. However, like, okay, come on, there's Google. You can search for the job. When you receive a phone interview or any interview invitation, most places they're going to provide the job title that you apply to, and the company name is in there. So it's like, come on. And then two, if you're applying to a mass amount of jobs, you need to track that. You need to track the job application links or save the descriptions or something. I know I used to do that whenever I was laid off a while back, and luckily I found a job within about 4 or 5 weeks. But I mean, come on. I tracked all the jobs I was applying to so that I could go back and go, oh, yeah, I forgot about this job. They called me back. Cool. I was interested in them. Yeah. Like, that's what you do. You don't just like schedule the interview and act all surprised of like, oh, hey, who's this? What job is this for? I should have been like, their signal was going out. Hello, hello. Okay, you will see on the video that part of the story and how they responded to the connection going out. This was just a hot mess. To put it simple, this was just a hot mess of a phone interview. Kiki, do you love me? I saw the one where you were in a park and you thought it was a cop car. Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, the popo. And I was like, oh, not really. It's the fake popo. It was the park ranger. Probably just making sure to come through to see if people were social distancing, which people are not social distancing when it comes to the park. Like, there were people not wearing masks. A few people came up to me and started talking. I was like, what is going on here? Come on, we're in a densely populated area. We're supposed to be spread out. No. But it was fun to just get out, and I still go to the park every once in a while, but the last time I went, like, people just really comfortable talking. It's that sunshine. You see that sunshine and people just start coming out acting crazy. Hey, from England. Hello. What are we talking about? I'm just having a chit chat, Mark. I started off the conversation with just talking about a really random job interview that I had today. I will be coming out with a video that describes more detail about it, but basically, the person did not know what job they were interviewing for and said so at multiple points of the interview, and also did a couple of other things that any interviewer should not be doing, basically. So either someone's going to get a nice laugh out of that, or get angry, or get like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this. So I would be surprised if like someone watches the video and goes, oh, you weren't supposed to be doing that stuff. Thought that was okay. Thought I was good. Kiki, do you love me? Indeed. I applied through Indeed. Oh, Indeed is okay. There are some things I like about Indeed.com, and then there's some things I don't like. I do find that, especially right now, there are some people running scams where they're saying they're hiring for different jobs, and it's really not a real job. And I see it more on Indeed. Also, for more company in, it's not as user friendly or easy to get to candidates when you compare a site like LinkedIn.com, I would say is better for professionals. Indeed, I think is easier if you are like outside of the corporate sector. So if you're maybe looking for production roles or anything like in a factory or any kind of retail jobs, something that's more in the field, I think Indeed is a lot better. But for professional jobs, I don't know. I just personally don't prefer it. Now, if Indeed maybe starts making some changes, maybe I'll like it better. I know they have made some adjustments, but I don't prefer it. I actually tell anybody that's looking for a job, if they're in a professional sector, to always have a LinkedIn profile because that's where all of the HR folks are, all the recruiters are, a lot of companies are branding on LinkedIn and showing their jobs out there. And also Glassdoor is also a good place to look to. Emporia Prime says, I just realized you're doing interviews into late night. You trying to get equity stock for get a raise. No, this happened earlier today. It was my last call, my last phone interview of the day. And I was just like, what in the world? But I actually did laundry. I did some other things, made dinner. I had some salmon and veggies tonight. And I was still thinking about it. I was just like, are you kidding me? I was just like, are you kidding me? So I decided to just get on here and start talking about it. It was so weird. But no, I am not doing interviews late night. I am not that accommodating. I'm a pretty good recruiter and all, and I will do like an earlier morning if you need to be, flexible or something, but I am not doing a late night call. I can't do it. Like my brain, typically I feel like it starts shutting down about 3 p.m. I need to end the work life. And it's kind of hard when you're working from home. But you have to have set hours. And for me, I block my calendar. So no, no way. Real brother, hello, sounds hilarious. It was not funny in the moment. I was just like, and for me, it's not funny because I always go back to, okay, either this person really doesn't know or they're just not taking it serious. But at the end of the day, this is taking time away from someone else. Like you're taking my time, you're using your time. And there's also so many people that are looking for jobs right now. Like, cut it out. You got to take this stuff serious. Just okay. True. Yeah, I would say Indeed is okay. And it depends on what job you are looking for. So, Kiki, do you love me? Again, I'm laughing at your your YouTube name. But what type of job are you actually looking for on Indeed? And what's been your experience so far? Like, do you like Indeed? If you're still in here. And for your friend, that's good to know because I go to Indeed often. Yeah, Indeed is like, it just depends. Again, it depends on what type of jobs you're looking for. But I do know a lot of recruiters, professional recruiters don't love Indeed, but we will go to Indeed if we need to. So for a lot of recruiters in the professional realm, they're going to look at LinkedIn first for a couple of reasons. LinkedIn has a lot of tools specifically made for recruiters. So, for example, I can use Boolean search techniques to put in different keywords to find candidates proactively that I'm looking for. So, this is something else I've told candidates to do in their resume is to actually look at the job description and look at their resume. And if there's any kind of words that are synonymous, but they're not using the words that are in that job description, they need to switch it. So that way, based on relevancy, their resume is going to, and their application is going to pull up to the top so the recruiter sees it sooner. Super important, especially for like government jobs, because their systems, they're quick to boot you out for any reason. So it can be tough to get a government job in that situation. Like if your resume doesn't read exactly how they want, or you answer a question incorrectly or something like that. The same with large companies. we have a lot of applicant systems that help us really narrow down our applicant pool to look at the people that are the most relevant. So for LinkedIn, to my earlier point, it's easier for recruiters to use different keywords and build out these different search strings so they can find the specific candidates they're looking for. Indeed, you can do that, but it's a little more limiting. So recruiters don't love Indeed for that reason. The other thing is LinkedIn makes it super easy to like build out projects for candidates. Like you're hearing about the back end. Like we build literal folders for job candidates to find the right talent, especially for different niche or in-demand skills. And LinkedIn just has tools that just help. And then LinkedIn now has products like LinkedIn Learning. So you can go onto LinkedIn platform and companies can purchase different, I guess, products or subscriptions through LinkedIn where they can provide training to their employees. So you can go into LinkedIn Learning, find whatever topic you're looking for, and you can learn for free. So that's really nice as well. There's a ton. LinkedIn really is upping their game. They are the number one place that most recruiters are going to look for professional talent. And so if you don't have a profile on LinkedIn, you need to build one because you're missing out. Like LinkedIn is a place where you don't necessarily always have to apply to jobs. Recruiters may reach out to you directly for you to fill a job opening. Okay, so Mark says, what do you do for work? I'm a corporate recruiter. So a lot of the content that I share on LinkedIn is either going to be New York related and just randomness, like random blogs, or it will be content specific to helping job seekers. That's really an interest of mine. Like I work for a company to recruit talent for them, but I am definitely interested in helping job seekers and helping to provide tips and tricks to really help find the right job and just navigate the job search because it can be, I mean, it's not fun. Let's just put that out there. It's not fun, but there's definitely things that you can do to make it a little easier for you. So, what do I like about LinkedIn? They tell you how many searches you came up in and for what words, helps to tailor the profile based on keywords. Yes, definitely. Yeah, you can definitely tailor things. And you can also, as a job seeker, now I haven't done this part, but you can purchase a package through LinkedIn to where you will show up and kind of be sold to employers in a way. Like if they're looking for someone with your skill set, LinkedIn basically does something to where you'll be brought to the top of the search. So if I'm searching for a security and risk specialist, I don't know, and you have that in your background, so your profile will be brought to the top. Other things that you can see that I guess LinkedIn kind of has this in a way because you can see in LinkedIn how recently someone has uploaded their resume, but LinkedIn also shows whether someone is actively looking for a job or not. So you can literally, when you create a LinkedIn profile, you can click something that basically says, I'm open to career opportunities right now. Or you can say you're not open to career opportunities right now. If you're in demand market, like that's not going to matter. You're probably going to still have people reach out to you, but it's super helpful for people that are actively on the job market because what we'll do as recruiters is actually target folks that are actively looking, especially in a market like what we just had, a couple of months ago. Like it was really a job seekers market. Like you were very much in demand because there weren't many people without jobs. So, right now we have more people looking for jobs. So it's definitely switched, but I still think it's very useful. Yeah, at some point I will try one of their memberships, see who's checking out the profile. Yes, you can definitely see who's like looked at your profile. That is for sure. And it's hopeful, from our end, from the corporate side, we can see, like, if you click on a job in LinkedIn, we can actually see that you've clicked the link, and we can kind of determine if you've applied or if you haven't applied. And then if you haven't applied, one trick that we'll do is we will go ahead and reach out to you and see what's going on, because sometimes, I mean, I've been there too. Like, you are super interested about a job, and then maybe you get interested in something else, or you're like, oh, I'll apply later, whatever. And then you never do. Or you attempt to apply, and then you're like, oh, this is going to take a long time. I'm not doing that right now. Like, we know what happens. So we'll reach out to you and see, if you're still really interested, or, what's up. So we will do that. I just think LinkedIn is better for branding. Like, for LinkedIn, you're going to see people, whether they're job seekers or not. You may see business owners on LinkedIn branding their products. I've literally seen someone selling Mary Kay on LinkedIn. So I don't know if that's a great thing, but I think it speaks to the versatility and the amount of people that are actually engaged in LinkedIn. So you do have that pool of people that you can market to in some way. So I think that can be smart. And then you also have the opportunity where you can brand yourself through your LinkedIn profile. I do feel like visually on Indeed, Indeed, I never liked the branding of it so much. Um, it was just very basic, whereas Indeed, I'm sorry, LinkedIn just visually stands out. It's very user friendly. The design is really nice. And I feel like from a branding perspective, it's easier for a job candidate to brand themselves out there versus on an Indeed. I don't even like that standard, like, Indeed resume they build for you. Like, you enter the information, then you have an Indeed resume. I think that's weird. I don't like it. Uncle G. Who's Uncle G? Is that Kiki? Do you love me? Glendon was right. 30% unemployment in a month. Shake my head. Oh, yeah, yeah, okay. Now we're competing with everybody, their mom and the pets. Gosh, I do hope people get help. Too much going. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy right now. It's really crazy. Like, it's just overwhelming. It's overwhelming. Like, I don't even know. I mean, slowly I do agree that things will get better, but it's going to take a long time. I know people are saying, like, oh, when the summertime, hits, it's gonna go right back to normal. No way. Like, the debt, for one, the businesses that, I mean, with small businesses, there are going to be businesses that don't come back. And so what are they going to do? A lot of people that are self employed, or they were freelancing or doing contracts or whatever, they're going to be back into the job market. Like, people that were starting up businesses are probably going to be back in the job market, or already are as well. But I do think on the flip side of that, you're probably going to see, um, actually, I've already seen this personally, because I had someone reach out to me for some career help with their resume, actually. So, a man who had applied to some jobs in my company in the past, didn't actually get into the company, but we were still in contact. They were saying that their wife was looking for something, and we were going to basically work on branding her resume. Well, they actually ultimately decided that it made more sense for her to just stay at home. So I think that will actually happen a lot more too, where you're going to have, you're basically just going to have people just say, hey, you know what? I'm working. Maybe you can still look for a job, but this kid is here, or these kids are here, and who's going to take care of them? And it's really tough from a work from home standpoint, because in situations where, and I see this with different colleagues right now, so in situations where you have the husband and the wife, or the partners or whatever, both of them are working and they do have children or even pets, like it gets in the way of just the work dynamic. So I've been on conference calls where someone's kid is like coming up to them, and so they've got to get off because they got to deal with the kid because the other parent is working and they're on a conference call too, and it is something else. It's something else, and like I can totally see where it makes sense for one parent to just not work and their sole purpose is going to be educating that kid, taking care of the kid at home, because it's a weird dynamic. It's really tough for both of the parents to be working. It can be done, of course, but I think it's tough for sure, especially right now with the whole health crisis. I think if it were different and you're like, oh, we can just take the kid to grandma's or aunt, whoever, okay, that's a different dynamic. But here, everyone's quarantining, I guess that's the word, and social distancing. So you're not going to be going back and forth to grandma's house, so she can take care of the kid. Like it's different. Okay, so summertime in New York, folks are known for not knowing how to act in the summer. Plus this Rona, I don't know what to call it now. I'm taking no chances. 10 feet social distancing. You're taking 10 feet. I don't know about that. 10 feet, I think that'll be a little difficult, especially in New York. Like, I'm telling you, when I was I went just down the street to get some groceries. Like, it is real. Like, it's hard. Like, not everyone's wearing masks. Not everyone's taking this thing seriously. Actually, no, just today I went outside, and this guy was on a bench like right in front of my place. And because we have a gym right by, so I went to that area anyway. But yeah, he's just hanging out, eating his pizza or whatever. He's just hanging out there. So I mean, obviously, I'm gonna walk past the person, so I can't like be like, I'm gonna walk all the way over here and then come back over here, and then no, I'm just walking past them, take my chances. Hopefully, nothing happens, right? But it's gonna be hard. I've already seen when it got people were acting crazy. They were out here trying to talk, trying to, I don't even know. I don't know what was going on. I was like, what is this? Time to go. Time to go home. But yeah, I mean, I get it because I mean, everyone's been locked in. So of course, naturally, what are people going to do? You know, what are people going to do? It's been locked in. I mean, of course, you're going to be. I mean, people are just going to try to do everything they couldn't do before. As I start coughing, they'll give me 20 feet. That could be true. That could be true. Like I could definitely see, like if someone that actually happened to me, someone was, I don't know if they coughed or they sneezed. This was some weeks back. But that was an instance where I did go out of my way to get away from them because they like sneeze or cough. Anyway, I heard it. I was a couple of feet away, but I was on the sidewalk. So walking towards them, they're walking towards me and they coughed or sneezed. And so I like pivoted, and instead of continuing walking this way, I like went out into the street, went across to the other sidewalk and walked down and then crossed back over. Like I was like, no. That was in the beginning stages too. Like we really didn't know what in the world was going on with this thing. So man, it was a lot. But anyway, I think I've gotten what I needed to get off my chest for the night. Just a really weird scenario today. That was just unfortunate, but it happens. I think it's been a while since I've had a kind of random job interview like that one, but it's cool. Probably won't be the last. We have more phone conversations upcoming, but uh, check out Black Heights on YouTube. He's teaching people how to dominate in the corporate world behavior wise. Oh, okay, I will. Black Heights, that's cool. Thank you, Emporia Prime. I will check them out. Actually, I'm going to look them up right now before I get off of here. So I can at least look and see, because I mean, by tomorrow I may forget. Not even gonna lie. I mean, you're working from home, but like days are just starting to blend together, and it's so weird. So I feel like I have to do everything pretty much in the moment. So let's see. I feel like I don't know. I don't know about this person though, Emporia. The first videos I'm seeing are men, please don't mess up, and men, please don't have kids. Is this like information targeted to me or for men? I don't know if I don't really, I don't know. I'll check them out. I'll look at some of the videos though. Let's see. Oh, okay, I see. I'm seeing more of the videos. Tips to get promoted. Um, 5 companies investing in Black talent. I might look at that. So he has Xerox, Merck, Intel, Microsoft, and American Express on here. I think there are more companies that are investing in Black talent in certain ways, like directly, like with learning and development, and financially too. But I will say Microsoft, I think so. I don't know about these other ones though. Cool. Yeah, cool channel. I don't know if all the content will be towards me, because again, I see a few things that are geared towards men, but like I do agree with one of his titles. It says never date anyone at work. That I won't 100% say that's a no-no, but in most cases I would say it's a no-no, especially if you're on the same team. Like if you're going to see this person on a regular basis, no. But if it's a huge campus and you're probably never going to see them again, then I've heard of many people getting married from workplace work romances, so I can't 100% say no. What's that channel? So Emporia Prime said it's Black Heights. So if you search Black Heights in YouTube, the channel came right up, and it looks like there's content all over the place. But it's he has a lot of content about like the Rona, and then he also has some corporate information in here, like tips and tricks. And what else is on here? And then some information targeted specifically to men. Don't get married. I don't know. I might agree with that. Maybe. All right. The kids part is basically don't have kids before you're stable as a man. Oh, okay. Well, I can agree with that. I think that's smart. I think on both ends, like don't have kids before you're stable mentally, emotionally, financially, all of that. I think you should definitely be pretty solid before having kids. Like I don't see myself as ready for that, so I will agree at this point with that statement. And then I'm guessing so his video about don't get married, is that before you're stable as a man? Is that what that video is about, Emporia? So Real Brother, definitely check this guy out. It seems like a little mix of everything. So I haven't watched any of the videos yet, but I will definitely take a look. And he has some very short videos, which I like. So quick hitters. C. Okay, so yes. Real brother says, okay, cool. So, all right. So before I get off of this live, are there any questions for me? Oh, and I just saw your comment, Emporia, about so you can see us collaborating, professionals handling business. He's on point. Okay, yeah. I don't know. I'll have to watch some of his videos. I would collab with someone. I haven't actually collabed with it. Oh, actually, yes, I might have. I did a like a StreamYard video with some ladies, but it was kind of random. So I did one where I painted my nails. Nails are not painted right now, but that was 2 weeks ago. I did actually have my nail polish right by me. Did this color in case you're interested to know. It's like a pink color. Anyway, so I did that and I collabed with a lady, and then I did a what is it? Oh, the cash flow game. I did that with someone, and that was pretty fun. Go get rest after the phone call. Tried to take you out. I wouldn't say that much, but yeah, I was just like a little annoyed. A little bit annoyed by it, yeah. All right. Well, I think you have a point though, Emporia Prime. I'm gonna go. I've been in here for 52 minutes. I didn't plan to be in here that long. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. And one of my next upcoming uploads, I'll talk more about the situation of my lovely phone interview that went wrong. But in the meantime, definitely give this video a like and leave me a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good night. Bye and be safe.